we have our very much aura farming blind swordsman Qiuyuan. With his first appearance being in the main story quest in 2.7's first half, we've already seen a little bit of him, but trust me when I tell you, he's so detailed, literally everywhere. From the front, it's quite obvious Qiuyuan doesn't have the same motivation or big eyes as the others do, being quite caved in and dull. His clothes are very tattered and torn from this angle too. From the side, it's much of the same with more layers to him, as well as no heels for once. What a surprise! Usually the men get hit with a heel beam too. The back is majorly his very fluffy ponytail, as well as just grey and torn again. Aside from the sleeve from his robe, unfortunately he's married again. Personally, I'd like to start off from the bottom today, which starts off oddly detailed in comparison to past characters. The bottom is slit and cut with lots of ridges to get good grip on the ground, probably when fighting. They're quite dirty too, which is new for Wuwa characters. Oddly enough is too that the writing on his shoes is in Chinese rather than the usual Wuwa language. I know that Sanhua and Jinshi also have some kind of like calligraphy resembling scribbles, but not really clearly these kind of signs, though I personally can't decipher what it means, not that I speak Chinese, but I'm sure one of you can. I like that they're using in real life aspects like language to kind of emphasize the vibe of the region, because Jinshou is very obviously based on China. Along the shoes he has much more tech holes and stripes, straps to hold them down, with first off padding on the front and a zipper at the back to close them. The front also has some kind of crest with buttons embedded with Chinese characters. This will be a theme throughout all the buttons in his design. Further up is the pants, being similarly detailed with buttons but also having lots of bamboo leaves all over. His style of pant is very similar to Brandt's with the 2 layers. Aside that, they again played with textures, making it kind of look like leather and also having little scuff marks to emphasize that. To his side, he wears a water flask. Yes, water. Or tea, optimally. It again has Chinese characters inside, but the outside might be Wuwa language. It's similar to what Sanhua and Jinshi have. Lastly, for the pants, I fear that Qiuyuan lost in both areas, as he's very flat on both sides. On top of this, he wears a wide belt with the usual Jinshou wave style and a belt on top. It only has the clasps, not the holes. What the fuck? Regardless, stuffed into it quite crudely is this brown upper layer. These lines kind of remind me of a river, which makes this even more seem like he just took a map or something and stuffed it up there. Though it may just be the wind to match his element. More bamboo leaves and writing in Chinese are also on this, as well as keeping the tattered torn theme. Going around, it's just more Jinshou style belts, coming from the main big one, which also doesn't have much other than the writing. Further up and on the undermost layer, he has a robe that again is torn, being mostly dark with the same patterns. I honestly question how he gets this back on, since it's also torn, it might just fall apart. While the lower part is universal, the upper is quite interesting, being a mountain pattern similar to Jeji's drape. Red running along the out and inside of his layers, looking like dried blood, multiple draped layers, and a big emblem on the front. The draped layers include a bunch part that kind of looks like a scarf, a green layer to separate and shape the outfit with all the layers and to match his hair tie, and the mountain layer. The belt to hold his emblem goes inside the big waist belt here, and the emblem itself looks quite cool. Moving on to the arms, which probably belong to the puffy scarf-like layer, we have some kind of shoulder padding, a clean sleeve, which is odd compared to the rest of the outfit, going into lower arm guards. These guards are similar in design to his shoes, with fur and metal, though have a gold lining and more red. His hands, for once in Wuwa, aren't the clean, pretty, mani-pedi ones. His hands actually look quite rough, which makes sense given what he does all day and his tacet markers on one of the hands. All the way up, we obviously have his head. His hair is very, very fluffy, which is odd considering he probably doesn't have anything to brush it. Pack it up, Rapunzel, I guess. It's a dark grey with more and more white stripes going down and is tied up by a singular green piece of fabric and a stick? Hairpin? It's got grey leaves, so I'm assuming pin. His face is quite special, noting not only his sunken eyes to emphasize him being blind, but also has a gash on his cheek in the normal version. I like that Wuwa is getting a bit more brave with putting things in the characters' faces, as gashes and stuff are usually only on the damaged textures, and tattered and bruised faces are usually quite frowned upon due to the pretty factor. Despite being blind, he still has the base visual meshes with heart eyes, star eyes, Hachu, and so on. Qiuyuan is absolute aura farmer central. During his showcases, all I could think is that we really need more cinematic characters like him, playing around with the camera and lots of unnecessary but very cool effects. I'm also a sucker for the whole wuxia themings, so I'll probably have to empty the wallet a bit to get him. But what about you? Will you get Qiuyuan or wait for Chisa? I hope you enjoyed and have a nice day. Bye bye.